I'm here.
Okay, all members are present.
Thank you so much. Do we have any public comments?
I do not have any advance requests for oral communications for closed session. However, I do have one request to speak right now. So Terry Rains.
Good evening. Item 1 is to discuss the complaint filed by Westminster Police Department employee Jeremy Fletcher against the city. The court has combined this case with a similar case filed by Police Department employee Matt Ettinger. Both cases were filed in July 2019, as was a similar complaint filed by now Deputy Chief Cameron Hayes. I don't know how to say his name. What is clear from these complaints is that the many that came before and after them is that our police department management personnel frequently engage in illegal employee discriminatory and retaliatory practices. I can attest firsthand that I often feel discriminated against in this city because I am not Vietnamese. So I believe most of the allegations in Fletcher's complaint. In 2014, multiple officers brought a federal lawsuit against the city, resulting in a multi-million-dollar judgment for discrimination and retaliation in the workplace. After that costly verdict, the PD commissioned a report by the Office of Independent Review Group for the purpose of correcting the employment practices in the department. Recommendations were made and policies were updated, but the same issues continue to this day within that department. I am very concerned about the recruitment process currently underway to hire our new police chief. Although an outside recruiting firm is being used and presumably a review panel will also be used in the process, I am hearing troubling rumors of quid pro quo arrangements being proposed and or threats against the city if some aren't promoted internally. Jody Greiner, the city's new HR director, must closely monitor this process to ensure it is 100% fair and legal. Some won't like this, but in my opinion, we should not promote anyone from within the department to the chief position, period. The only way to fix this mess is to bring in a qualified professional chief from the outside who will enforce existing policies and work with HR to establish harsher consequences for those that violate them. The department needs a comprehensive review and complete overhaul led by someone objective that can only be accomplished by hiring a chief from the outside. Item 2 is a liability claim filed by On Nguyen against the city. I don't think this is a court case yet. I found a lot of lawsuits involving individuals with the name On Nguyen, but none against the city of Westminster, so I can't comment any further on this item. Item 3 is once again the city manager's performance evaluation. My comments on this item stem directly from conversations I've had with several city employees, community members, and various public officials who have reached out to me to share their concerns about our city manager in recent weeks. Marwan, again, my comments are not intended to be hurtful or personal in nature. I am just sharing my own observations and the concerns voiced by so many that don't feel they have a safe, direct voice to this council. People don't have much confidence in our city manager's ability to effectively and fairly recruit for, hire, and or promote city employees. There may be similar questionable employment practices going on at City Hall as in the PD. Although open for quite some time, no formal recruitment, internal or external, was done to fill several key positions in the city. Finance director, assistant finance director, and public works director, to just name a few. Now, I'm not saying that those promoted into these positions weren't qualified, but the city manager didn't give anyone else a chance to even apply internally or from the outside, so how can we be sure? The city manager's resistance to hire an assistant city manager at a higher pay grade than all the department heads was also very troubling, as is who he might hire into that position if it's left up to him. I get the impression that our city manager does not want to hire or promote really strong and progressive individuals that will report to him directly, even though he is clearly overwhelmed in the CM position. It seems like he wants total control and credit for the good things, but at the first sign of trouble, he wants to be able to shift the blame back onto others. Sounds like an unhealthy and hostile work environment to me. The council and the public need to know we are at serious risk of losing some of our brightest, most talented senior staff very soon, unless a change is made immediately. This council must not delay the inevitable. After speaking to employees who have worked for Marwan for many years, I don't even think him going back to being public works director is a viable option. So I am hoping this council will act quickly and negotiate a fair and equitable separation agreement with terms that will benefit and protect Marwan and the city equally. Marwan, I think deep down, you know city manager is not a good fit for your personality, your style, and your abilities. As I said before, I appreciate our working relationship and I hope it continues for as long as you remain the city's city manager. I wish only the best for you and our city, whatever that might be. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I do not have any additional speakers for closed session. So if you're ready for closed session, I can start moving people around.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So at
ready
this
for
time,
it, yeah.
yeah, okay. So at this time, everyone who is currently an attendee, it's easier if you log off, but if not, I'm going to put you into a holding. So you can either choose to come back at 7 or just log off right now and come back. Anyone who doesn't belong in closed session, I'm going to put you to holding. I'm going to lock this meeting. So just give me a second. Okay, Kenneth Fan, Lan An, and Lung Fan. If you guys please just sign out, otherwise I'm going to have to remove you and then you won't come back. You won't be able to come back in. Can we? Mayor, can you help me out with that? I've got 3 people in attendees and I can't move them to hold them. So if you ask them if they can.
Would you like me to speak in Vietnamese? Is that what you mean?
Just in case, yeah.
Dạ, kính thưa tất cả quý vị, nếu mà quý vị vẫn còn ở trong Zoom thì xin quý vị hãy log out, bởi vì bây giờ Hội đồng thành phố đang có cái cuộc họp kín và sau đó thì quý vị sẽ trở lại vào lúc 7 giờ. Tại vì nếu mà quý vị mà không chịu log out đó thì cô thư ký của thành phố sẽ log out và có thể là quý vị không thể trở lại cuộc họp vào lúc 7 giờ. I'm not sure that I speak exactly.
That's okay. That's great.
All right.
I'm trying with this last one, but if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna have to lock him out, unfortunately. And then Yolanda, you are here for the item number 2, right? Not for the first one? Okay, so I'm gonna lock you out for the first item on Fletcher, and then I will bring you back in.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks. Okay.
All right, so are we good?
No, not yet. I'm kicking out Mr. Kenneth Fan. Sorry, Kenneth.